Hi, I'm Monika, and you're watching Dog-Eared Musings. And today I'm feeling a little bit like a hobgoblin. I feel like in the days between the end of December and the beginning of the new year, time and space doesn't really make a lot of sense. So I came crawling out of my cave today, and I'm going to be talking about my goals for the new year, as well as some of my favorite books that I've read this year. A little bit of reflection and planning for the new year. Because even though I'm a goblin, I still have goals. These are the top 5 books that I read this year. Not in any particular order. And also, these are books that weren't published in 2022. I mean, some of them were. Some of them were published before then. But these were books that I read this year that I really liked. Number 1. Everyone in this room will someday be dead. I did a book review of this video, which you can check out. We'll link it in the show notes. I loved this book because of its perfect mix of anxiety and sadness with the subtle hint of hope. That was just like the perfect mixture. And this book came to me at the perfect time, and I just thought that it was a really, really comforting read where I ended up rooting for all of the characters and was just really satisfied at the end with my reading experience. Second book that I read this summer was Tomb of Sand. Now, this book was insanely intimidating. I was thinking about reading this book for a lot longer than it took me to read this book, though, which is saying something since this book was over 700 pages long. This book was a really important look into India's partition and the kind of role that language and storytelling plays in thinking about generations and agency. I thought that Shri did an amazing job in kind of thinking about the history as well as the contemporary importance of the voices that she gave for her characters. Now, the third book was a video that I just did a review on. This was Our Wives Under the Sea. I won't talk too much about it since I figure you can just look at my review about this book, but I again really loved the eerie and haunting tale that this book was. It was the perfect combination of beautiful and sad, and I loved the couple that this book depicted. The fourth book is a recent read called Night. I don't think I can say the full title without YouTube flagging my video. I'm not going to talk too much about this book because I'm doing a review of this book next week, but I just wanted you guys to know that this is one of my top contenders of books that I've read this year. And if you're curious about knowing how and why I felt the way I did, you can tune into my video next week. And the final book that I'm going to talk about is Magical Fish. Or The Magic Fish, I think. It's just a really heartwarming story, but the pictures in this book are just breathtaking. The amount of detail that the author spent making these illustrations is just, I can't even imagine, but this book was so good. Okay, so what are my 3 goals for 2023? I was thinking about it, and YouTube actually informed me, it was really weird this morning, that it's been a year since I started this channel. So I was kind of thinking about what I'm looking for in this next channel, or in what I want to continue doing. So my first goal with this channel for 2023 is thinking about intentionality. So what that means for me is thinking about books that I'm buying, books that I'm checking out, just the amount that I'm reading. In thinking about my past year, I read a lot, and I read really fast. And I think in this next year, I want to read a bit more slow. I want to enjoy my books, and I want to remember what I read. I think that this idea of intentionality will kind of help me remember why I'm enjoying what I'm reading and kind of further make me enjoy the practice and the moment of reading more. The second goal that I'm really looking forward to is continuing to build and foster community. Now, this is like one of the primary reasons why I've been really excited about being on YouTube, is getting to hear more about people's favorite books, getting recommendations in my comments of new books to read, joining buddy reads and challenges. I think this next year I'm really looking forward to making my reading even more community based. So I'm looking forward to getting more involved in those opportunities. And then the third goal, well, there is no third goal, it's just a rule of threes, and I thought it would sound more official if I had 3 goals. Anyway, that's been it for this video. Some of my favorite books and some ideas for next year. Let me know in the comments below if you have any goals for this next year of reading. I hope that your 2023 brings you more good books and more fun reads. And that's been this week of Dog-Eared Musings. I'm Monica. Happy reading. Hi. You're watching Dog-Eared Musings. Dog-Eared Musings. And I'm Monica. I'm Monica. Hi. You're watching Dog-Eared Musings. My name's Monica, and I'm a young librarian.